Should we really be off work this early? There's still a lot left to do.
Tes. Tes. Kemudian
If you lie on the grass, you
can feel the heartbeat of the grass. Terus apanya ya? Kenapa gue close anjir, bodoh banget. Tes.
feel the...
Tes. Aman dah suaranya. Belum weekly, belum story quest event, mampir banget. Dan sepertinya ini saatnya untuk menyelesaikan.
All hail! We're way behind schedule.
batu ini adalah oh ini.
Gather.
No touching.
Stabilize.
Out of the frying pan, into the... This is long overdue.
Nggak tembus ini.
Order guide you.
Nova, get them! Next on... Access denied.
Mak nyangkut.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda...
Oh, gua nggak tahu lagi.
Solidify.
Everybody stand back! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! No touching!
This is order.
Mana ini apa lagi? Oh ini.
Nice and spicy! You're toast! Ha!
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Gini caranya.
Huh, so that's how to do it.
Next on the agenda...
Add Astra. Thank you for complete.
Gue belum ketipot.
you care to sit down?
No. Duit hipotek krisis anjir. Ih. Ini nggak cukup, Cok.
If you ever have any question,
Tambang, gue belum nambang ya. Udah lama sekali. Berjam-jam di tempat ini. Kalau di sini nggak respon, di sini pasti enggak. Banyak batu.
Stabilize.
let's light it up. Blaze over. Yeah. I'm going in.
Waduh, dia manggil
We're
anakan.
waiting.
Gather.
Aman.
Let's light it up. Access denied.
Pokemon.
Solidify.
No touching.
Stabilize. Solidify. Stabilize.
Apep tuh sebelah mana sih? Ini ya? Ini. Oh iya. Tapi tidak mau. Halo Enda, pagi-pagi. Kagok ternyata pakai melt gini. Kagok.
Get them!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's
Gather.
everybody stand back.
You're toast! Born of ice and frost.
Nanti juga terbiasa. Iya sih, maksudnya gameplaynya unik juga gitu kan. Nah, ini biasanya kan seruduk aja kan. Klik. Langsung 5. Dia ganyu. Ya dong. Halo Amzal, pagi semuanya, pagi. Kalian pada nggak ini kah? Ini kalau Enda kan udah kerja ya. Ini DZ sama Amzal ini kuliah apa sekolah? Kurang 2. Tanggal 12 ujian masuk PTN bang. Oi, semangat. Oh, pengangguran yang digaji. Kok gitu, baru lulus masih nganggur. Oke, semangat cari kerja ya, semangat.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots.
Lagi ya sekalian ya.
I have a few.
Pilih PTN daerah mana tuh? Jabar kah? Ya gue udah kayak doxing ya. Karena buat
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Nice and spicy.
ya satu ya, Yelicu.
No touching.
Salah.
Solidify.
Everybody stand back.
Boba, get them! You're toast!
No, 4.000.
Next up.
Porch. Gue ada bau ya. Ada lagi bau ya. Gue megang apa tadi? Enam.
Every journey has its final day.
Ini kan jadinya kalau senjata 80 atau enak dilihat. Jadi bisa cari artefak lagi. Ngapain gue? Ini dah.
Don't rush.
Going in! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Eat this! Teamwork is teamwork! Nice and spicy! Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda.
Lihat darah pas ngahancur ada gimana? Ini kalau ngelihat darahnya satisfying. Salah. Ya anjing.
Everybody stand back! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Access denied.
Tiga akun udah nggak tahu mau ngapain lagi tapi masih pengen main. Ini udah kayaknya showcase.
No touching.
Gak usah bingung-bingung. Kalau kayak ini bikin akun keempat. Apa itu showcase? Aduh. Ada sih akun kecil. Nah, showcase tuh ini pamer. Tapi nggak mumet tuh. Maksudnya kan ngulang-ngulang terus story-nya dari awal. lagi dan lagi, kayak kena genjutsu. Wah, ini lagi gitu. Ini kurang berapa teh tadi? Tiga. Udah keren sama Yuminya. Padahal di Inazuma nggak ada karakter yang main charge shot gitu kan ya. Tapi kenapa senjatanya harus Inazuma version? Kalau Liwe kayak bakal masuk banget dah ke Ganyu gitu. Udah 80. No, crit-nya burik. Dulu beli akun reroll buat pelampiasan gacha. Harga 25k dapat Seno plus weapon. Kok bisa? Ya selalu gitu deh, tiap roll hoki gitu. Bagus-bagus, wangi. 25k dapat Seno plus weapon tanpa top up. Waduh. Itu yang punya akun ini nyesel kali ya. Gue ini sebenarnya kurang crit rate ya. Ini jelek banget. Bau. Ada quest baru ya? Quest event. Hihi. Nunggu inilah, nunggu bisa speedrun. Yang belum tuh, waduh. Bayangin jual harga 25k, primo 13k. Sekarang mungkin harga 30. Maksudnya ini. Itu akun harganya 25 tapi dalamnya primonya ada 13.000 gitu. Nah, edan. Gue gara-gara pengen nyoba Seno. Akun starter AR10. Terus gimana setelah mencoba Seno? Impresinya gimana tuh? Iya isi primo. Isi 13k. Gue ngapain tadi? Oh iya ini quest. Ini panjang banget gak? Story ini nih. Story apa? Sumeru. Ini nih maksudnya. Sekarang akunnya udah R50, saya Nahida Wawan. Tinggal hitam koleksi karakter Sumeru. Tiap akun ini ya ada speciality-nya. Ini akun Sumeru. Misalnya berikutnya akun khusus karakter Inazuma. Menyenangkan sih kayak gitu. Termasuk hobi. Ada sih akunnya. Akun buat gabut jarang dimain. Kebanyakan akun-akun itu maksudnya akun kedua misalnya. Kayak seringnya gitu deh. Akun kedua gue juga gitu. Telantarkan udah bisa dapat deh yang kemarin. Kemarin dapat goblet dendro gilded bagus. Lihat.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. I just haven't been sleeping well lately. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head. And before I know it, it's morning again.
Dikole. Oke,
I know
bentar.
the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Do you have any tips for
Ini masih jadi
dealing with
pertanyaan
that?
kenapa setiap
To be
karakter
honest
Krayo
with
tuh
you, no.
suka ngantuk.
You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured. I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 ley line disruptors buried in the area around Aru village. These devices can imitate the
Makanya
effects
pengen
of ley line
hitam,
disruption
pengen
and will
baizu buat
constantly
di Maharaja,
interfere with the
tapi ngambil
environment.
Zhongli aja.
Your goal is to shut them down. The first 3 who manage to finish this
Ya,
task
baizu
will be
nggak terlalu
awarded
ini ya, nggak
4,
terlalu keras
3,
kah?
and 2 points accordingly.
Iya sih, kalau misalnya udah terlalu
Note
keras bisa
that
nge-heal
each
juga.
person may only bring a set
Kurang
amount
ajar
of
juga
food
sih.
and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in disqualification.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
Tapi berikutnya ada hal hitam ya. Nah, sama sih gue juga pengen hal hitam. Ya sama hal hitam ya. Katanya sih, baru katanya.
That's all right.
Menarik sih itu.
I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be particularly difficult.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see who will find these devices first. But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for Champion. We must be careful of him. A favorite to win? Who is it? Shh, not so loud. I mean that boy Tainari. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over.
Baizu buat healer plus Dendo Pry lainnya lumayan. Iya bener. Udah katalis. Terus shield yang ngeluarin ini gak sih? Dia bisa off-field kan ya? Dia gak perlu switch.
I heard that you solved the Vidya
Kayak pas
Forest's
Nahida
leyline
misalnya ada
excellence
musuh baru
problem
yang
came
belum
out long
kena
ago.
mark.
Since this round involves resolving a
Nah, Dendro.
machine-simulated leyline disruption, it should be a simple matter for him.
That's true. It does look like his odds of winning are pretty high.
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun? As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening. I'm off.
I'll get going as well. See you later.
Oh iya, gue
How
mau
are you
build
feeling?
cafe.
I think I'm
Dia
okay.
lupa.
But I'll take things slowly
Oh,
for now.
Field bisa ngebuff Aggravate. Ngebuff Aggravate dari pasifnya ya? Atau emang ini?
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
I knew it'd be
Dari Asken
harder
4.
than I had expected. So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity.
Jadi
Okay,
memang
I'll head out
dibuild
shortly.
kayaknya untuk
Thanks a
Maharaja
lot,
tuh biar
Nilu.
makin strong. Makin jadi-jadi.
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
HP 50k bisa nambah 40%. What? Lumayan loh, 40% gede banget.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Let Paimon think. Oh, right! Didn't Farozan say
Penambahan
that Kainari's
damage
the
sih
favorite
bukan
to win?
peningkatan.
Let's go look for him first.
Nambah 40% dari attack ininya ya, karakternya ya. Tapi bukannya sama aja tuh. Beda ya? Sama deh. Nari. Kalau peningkatan sih dikali. Oh iya bener ya. Kali persennya itu ya. Kalau penambahan ini flat gitu berarti ya? Kayak Bennett apa enggak?
Hey, Kainari? Kainari! Huh? Weird. The locator says that he should be around here somewhere. Kainari! Can you hear us?
Enggak, Paimon Nari nggak bisa denger. Dia lagi murung.
You're right. Huh? Oh no. It looks like he's fainted. We have to help him. Kainari, are you okay?
It's so hot.
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat. Are you not used to getting around in the desert?
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert, precisely to avoid this situation. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Valukashuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their
Penambahan
original
dari base
environment.
agranya sebelum ada peningkatan
the
dari
time for a
EM.
history
Mungkin
lesson.
seperti itu.
Let's get you some water.
Iya sih bisa jadi.
Humans, such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment. Here, take this. Let him drink it.
Ih keren fotonya. Screenshot dulu. No, kok close?
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey, you're leaving already? Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to?
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes, I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still have a chance to turn things around. Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru Village.
It's fine.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come on.
Nah ini kayak ini ya. Apa sih sebutannya? Kok malah ke Layla? Ya sampai lupa. Golek-golek. Sampai lo untung diingetin. Terus gue yang pengen lihat ya. Level 39 pengembara. Waduh. Tuh, Al Haitam melihat ini udah gini. Udah gitu. Waduh. Cakep kan, cakep abis. Cakep parah. 21, aduh. Iya boy. Aduh. Aduh, kafe pakai ini enak banget kali ya. Kafe itu ascensionnya apa? Darah bukan? Kalau gokil sih itu gobletnya. Ini dapat juga mirip kayak gitu, cuma naik HP flat 2 kali langsung kubuang. Iya sih. Kalau udah 2 kali yang gak diinginkan, kayak langsung buang aja deh. Tidak ada manfaatnya. Teruskan. Bau. Mana Layla? Mana sih? Di bawah itu Layla. Iya di sini. Duh, sekarat. Oh di situ, di goa. Ini kan pasir ya, kok dipanjat dah.
How are you feeling now, Tainari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right, let's do that.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you.
Oh, hey, Layla. Yeah, the sun was too strong, so I decided to take cover here for What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought. I intend to withdraw from this round. Sino and
Mana
the
pengen ngambil
Traveler are
poin
escorting
Seno,
me back
cuma
to
dapat
Aru
jis.
village.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
Red on dong sekarang.
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Al-Haytham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification from the round.
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to
Red
try,
on.
didn't I? So I tried and it didn't work out. And now I'm backing out
Gak
while I can.
khawatir.
When I get
bakal
back,
spook.
I'm definitely going to make a
Cuma tinggal
batch of
khawatir
sun
ini doang kan.
resistant oil.
Intinya
Next
ketinggian
time
apa
I
enggak
venture
ya.
into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very...
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the
Pengen tahu
desert,
hitam sama weapon
but
dia.
I feel a lot better after resting here for a
Yes.
while.
Be careful not to push yourself too hard.
Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the
Tapi gue
pressure?
teradu nasib dulu nih di Yaimiko. Kalau
You can tell?
dapet, alhamdulillah. Kalau enggak,
Your
ya udah.
expression is similar to the
Red
ones I
on-nya
see on
di
criminals'
Al-Haytham.
faces when I
Tapi malas
interrogate them.
explore. Tuh.
Tell you the truth, I'm still not... Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me. And to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Now I don't know how to deal with all the expectations they've put on me. Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live up to their
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well.
To be completely honest,
Malas
I don't really feel any
explore.
pressure. Firstly, those who
Iyalah,
expect
pakai
things
kompas,
from you
pakai
do not
kompas.
necessarily do
Tapi
so
emang
for
malesnya
benign
jalannya
reasons.
itu sih.
On the other hand,
Lari.
those who do consider your feelings
Belum ngalahin
certainly
musuh
wouldn't want you
dulu.
to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me.
C2-in Maharaja
I think
nanti.
you can also try to
Yes.
find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
I understand. Thanks for your advice.
I'm absolutely
Constellation-nya
parched
Belinya
after
tuh
talking so
apa ya?
much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll
Kadang
be all right.
menurut gue
We
kalau
aren't far from
B5
Aru
channelnya
village,
udah
so
cukup.
I can go the rest of the way
Jadi
myself.
kayak C2, C3
You should get
itu
back to the
bonusnya agar
competition.
makin strong.
Don't you want to win that
Kecuali
limited
kayak
edition
B4
card?
gitu ya. B4 tuh
Yes.
ada yang kalau mau dimainin harus
Alright.
C sekian.
Your spirit will
Faruza.
live on through me.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now. See you after the round ends.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But of course, there have been some rough times. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of
Suka sama
all the
desain
people
karakternya
I
walau kalah
disappoint
damage
if I
Cookie
mess
Hyper
up.
belum. Saido ini sih soalnya dia bisa hybrid gitu. Ya kan? Iya gak sih? Bisa Gravet, bisa Hyper Bloom. Kalau Hyper Bloom mah kayaknya elektro manapun juga bisa deh. Bukan bisa semua, maksudnya apa namanya? Bisa Hyper Bloom cuma gak efektif gitu. Kamu sih nggak bakal kecewa. Kalau kami.
Yeah, I think that's what Tainari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you?
True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's...
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing.
Okay, let's go look for fun.
Lisa Hyper belum bagus juga. Iya. Betul sekali. Yang kedua pernah nyoba tuh Lisa Hyper belum. Faruzan, zan, zan, zan. Faruzan. Gue waktu itu lihat orang-orang yang main Lisa Hyper belum gitu. Kalau pakai basic attack bisa apa enggak sih? Kalau waktu itu gue pernah nyoba pakai basic attack-nya Lisa tuh nggak masuk. Oh bijinya nggak meledak. Apa emang nggak bisa gitu?
Hey there, Farozan. Have you made any progress?
You're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the...
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be happening around this area.
You're a true expert, Madame Farozan. You know what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tainari? Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out in...
I didn't think he would have such a weakness. What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for Hat Guy...
Hat Guy.
Soon.
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor?
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locate...
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skill... Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here.
Aduh jauh banget.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me.
Ini orang kenapa lagi?
You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult, and I still need to find what I'm looking for. Marak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are. Farozan told us to come see how you're doing. What are you up to?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. Now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply.
Quest ngebacotnya bisa sampai 2 jam. Ah serius 2 jam. Nah.
Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh,
Is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right.
Ini ada
This
berantemnya
is
nggak
my
sih?
toolbox, Marak.
Atau cuma ngomongnya? Terus kita melihat cutscene total dari yang pertama sampai yang ketiga.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox.
Jadi katanya
That's for
40
sure.
menitan ya.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen
Ini udah
before me,
bagian
I
2.
forked over all the mora on my person to purchase it.
Anggaplah udah setengah jalan lah. Udah 20 menit. Ada nggak sih?
Sometime back, I wanted to make an automated case that
Terus
could
yang
store
bagian
my
ketiga
offloaded
40
items.
menit
With
misalnya.
that core, I
Masih ada
created
1
Marak.
jam.
It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can
Tapi
serve
kayaknya
as my
nggak bisa di
assistant and
speedrun
help
juga
me with
gitu.
things like
Gue
mapping and
cicil aja
surveying.
lah.
Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude. Oh, yes.
Bentar lagi
Thanks
kelar.
for helping hide the
Oke.
fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier.
Sorry.
Bagian 3 nggak terlalu lama.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried
Oh,
and
Maya
left for
Cafe pindah ke
Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazar's burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here. It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptor?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel like time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of.
No, dia terlalu mudah dimanfaatkan. Cafe.
Whoa, someone's done already! Right? What?
Kenapa dia tiba-tiba di sini?
We're way behind schedule.
Ada lagi kue sampingan tapi nggak ada primo yang gak gue kerjain. Gak apa-apa. Spek PC bang.
Verification complete.
Pakai ini.
Congratulations on being this round's first
Gue
winner, Simon.
pakai Ryzen 5 4500. Halo Reza MC BTW. Halo halo.
The quickest.
I am from Spontamon, after all. We know a lot
Lagi apa?
about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be particularly difficult for me.
1650.
Since the traveler and Paimon also happen to be here,
GTX
do you have
1650.
anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't continue on, so failure was never an option. The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow.
Oke Reza.
With the ties of friendship
okay.
that bind us, I won't lose to anyone. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
Ini Senok kayak Chunibyo anjir.
It might be a good thing that
Juni,
Tainari isn't
Juni.
here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh wow. It's already already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It'll only get harder from here.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations. What a classic.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaitham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Seno itu aku banget menyendiri kalau ngejokes garing. What? Kenapa kalau yang aku banget tuh biasanya enggak? Kan biasanya kalau aku banget nih, misalnya ini nih, abang-abang satu ini nih, hitam. Baru ketemu loh gue. Aku bangetnya Seno.
あなたとの契約を守ります
Makasih udah subscribe. Reza, makasih Reza.
Milu obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari forfeited, and
Apakah
Sina's
itu
already
termasuk
done.
salah satu alasan nge-pull
What about
Seno?
that guy?
He also forfeited not long ago.
Paimon can't understand what he's thinking at all. But, like Alhaitham said, this round's almost over. Let's go see what the other contestants are doing.
Buka peti dan lihat posisi para kontestan. Ini yang belum kelar pada. Lah sekarang awalnya suka karakternya nggak tahu storynya
You
soalnya
know,
nggak
it
bisa jadi
suddenly
akun gede.
occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running around this time.
Apalagi pas story
Don't
di
you
ini bukan
find
di
it
Monster
tiring?
langsung. Wah,
Well, in that case, the desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can
istirahat
really
sama
sting your
Layla,
face.
ih.
Has anyone finished?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find anything.
air 12 udah buka gurun demi kumbang tai. Duh, kumbang tai emang. Sekarang. Iya, untung gak kayak Inazuma ya harus quest ini. Untung saja.
But I did have the chance to think some more. Well, my fellow Retawahist members must have all put my name forward for different. But be that as it may, I believe and I want to live up to their expectations.
Huh? But doesn't thinking like
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me.
well, that's great.
Also, now that I've relaxed, I think I'll just.
Loh, ngoroknya kok kayak abang-abang punya. Dulu nggak banget kan itu kumbang banyak di underground sampai harus quest bener. Sampai dia buka joki nyari scarab 500 per piece. What? Saking susahnya.
But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she?
Kok beda sih kayak ngomongnya, Lailanya? Loh. Itu zaman joki 500 per piece ini ya waktu 3.1 ya berarti. Pas awal Sino rilis. Yang padang pasir masih dikit banget.
It's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while.
Loh, apa dia punya dia dua kepribadian. Atas 68 piece 75k awal seno rilis. Waduh. Oh, lumayan tuh.
Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here again? Finding a ley line disrupt. Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the Come with me, you two.
What? Layla double personality.
Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the...
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but... will you be staying here for a while?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor.
What?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a match, but the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other selves. Sheik Kave, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he still
Paling
seems
nggak butuh 5
conflicted.
world kalau belum quest. Ini numpang ke orang lain. Tuk tuk tuk, please karap. Untung aku dulu masih air kecil jadi gak butuh banyak skarapnya. Oh, air kecil belum bisa 90 juga ya? Gue lupa tuh masa-masa awal air kecil. Lupa banget.
He doesn't have a second personality, but
Oh,
somehow
pantas
he
dulu pernah ada
still seems
meme-nya
like
ya.
he's at odds with himself in
Pas
some
zaman
way.
Chino, skarap.
I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. Maybe he's just better at
Sama
dealing
ini
with it all than
diganti
I am.
I need skarap. Aduh, I need skarap. Terus bionya ganti. Sedang farming skarap.
But back to the
Orang yang
topic of
disamperin
wrapping
langsung
up.
tahu. Aduh,
Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record how everything plays out?
mirip-mirip
Last one,
bunganya
then
Hutao
the round's
awal
over.
rilis dulu. Oh, emang gitu ya? Itu bukannya bunga yang sama kayak
Okay then,
Sinkyu
guess
ya?
we'll be going now. We'll keep everything you said in mind. Kave and Barozan were super confident at the start, but it turns out they're...
Iya sih bunganya.
But between the two
Kalau
of them,
benar sama yang
who's
kayak
going to
Sinkyu
get there
emang dikit
first?
sih bunga itu.
Let's head over quick.
We're way behind schedule.
Satu world cuma 28. But satu spot. 14 spot. Yang di itu maksudnya yang di Liwe yang pelabuhan tuh yang bagian yang mana sih ini mereka?
should be around here.
Bayangkan berapa WL yang harus dimasukin. Aduh, 168 biji.
Finally found it.
Orang udah berapa 90. Tek, tek, tek. I need silk flower.
Kave? Are you?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have finished this round by now.
Faruzan, Kave! Oh, looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time. How are the other contestants doing?
Tainari and Hakai forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh? That's weird.
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock.
That's actually...
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh. That's pretty amazing, Madame Faruzan.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to come here.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? It sounds like you were in an incredibly dangerous situation. You said you were familiar with the desert. The way you handle problems, it does feel...
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being the way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on me.
Youths these days, each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no... What is it, youngster?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that there shouldn't be any more innocent creatures get. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later.
All right. In that case...
Aduh, ngebacot doang ya ternyata bener. Ngobrol. Aduh, kepencet lagi.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kave or Madame Farzan? Huh? Where's Madame Farzan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically are...
You get caught up in something so easily, like drawing law.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad...
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
I got it! Did you see that? I won!
Congratulations!
Looks like Kave's luck's taking a turn for the better!
Finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's points are yours.
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, as for the current standings, Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Farazan, Kave, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new game.
Demi 30 primo. Timbul kecurigaan. Aduh, dikit lagi coy. Kayaknya dapat 1 bola biru lah. Berapa sih? Lion's Roar, aduh udah pernah dapet. Ini PT2. Ngabisin resin dulu. Mari kita ngabisin resin. Aduh. Karena aku butuh kafe DPS.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same.
Nyatanya Favo. Let's go. Materialnya apa ya? Aduh, bunga ginian. No. Wild creeper. Wallet creeper. Creeper wallet. Gaji gue ya 90 paling enggak. Menarik sih. Habiskan investasi. Maksudnya mari berinvestasi ke gaji. Aduh. Pakai ini dia. Retribution.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Iya, Kazuha.
Want me to come along?
Everybody stand back! Fallen leaves, adorn mine!
Time for retribution!
Retribution. Oh, bagus. Ini gantiin ya, ganti BGM. Turu tutut turu tututu. Gak lanjut part 3-nya. Abis
I
ini
still
dulu
have a lot to do with the game.
ngabisin
How
ini.
about you take a rest
Alien
while I
resin.
go back?
Kenapa sih Anemo Crystal Flight terbang-terbang mulu? Jaraknya jauh. Udah bosan nih bacot. Iya sih, itu salah satu alasannya sebenarnya. Aduh, ngomong mulu gitu. Itu mau di speedrun juga takutnya. Ini biar gak bosen, jadi ini dulu habisin resin, berantem dulu. Oh 1600 ganti. Oh ternyata tadi tambahan dari 2 pyro ya. Pantas saja. Aduh kurang attack coy. Lagi banget. Dan Lantern kemarin quest bacotnya cuma 30 primo, aku skip. No. Nah kalau Lantern Knight nggak di skip kemarin, soalnya kan storynya lumayan bagus, seru tuh. Yang sekarang 60 primo jadi terpaksa. Oh ya? Oh 60? Tiga akun udah puyeng. Ngulang hal yang sama, kena genjutsu. 60 kali 3 1180 kah? Tapi 30. Ini Baizu juga belum. Alah. Banyak sekali ya hutangku di sini. Event. Ih serius coy. Iya 60. Loh, kok tiba-tiba jadi 60? Belum kelar juga ternyata ya part 2 nih. Oke. Ayo, kita meluncur. Mana. Gue gak sadar loh, soalnya biasanya kayak gitu kan gak ada tambahan, cuma 30. Udah 30 aja gitu. Satu part itu ada 2 quest. What?
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Wih, sampai lupa tuh 2 orang ini di quest ini.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of, but no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be...
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony?
Makanya sayang kalau di skip part 2 sama 3 harus 120. Iya bener.
He's apparently the sponsor
sayang di
behind the
skip.
competition prizes.
Aduh,
and
kirain
the
part
diadem
3
of
udah kebuka
knowledge,
gitu.
but he hasn't shown himself at all.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently. So a lot of groups have been doing private work that, in their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one...
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once. So it's likely that they took advantage of the... Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip...
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Core of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremites' reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags but this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here.
Should you require our aid?
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? Wait, thinking like this isn't good.
Sampai lupa mati suaranya. Maaf Dilu, kamu harus aku ganti lagi.
As per our contract.
I'll bring my seasonings. Hey, isn't that the mantra we investigated Siraj with?
Hello, both. It's been a while. Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these super rich.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you send some people to protect him?
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is, assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard.
So they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
Sachin, namanya Sachin.
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra-san, don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Corps of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show them...
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but...
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows
mundur jadi
anything.
Grand Sage. Loh,
Good idea!
udah ini dia
Okay,
mengundurkan
we'll head
diri.
back to the extravaganza venue and see if we can...
Katanya nanti keren, Om Topi versus everybody. What? Om Topi. Om Topi, Om Topi.
Hey, Nilu?
Ahitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some...
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't know where he went. He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
Huh. Yeah, actually, that sounds about right for him.
Let me think. To be honest, he doesn't seem very interested in the... To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Ooh, maybe Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here.
Next on the agenda...
Let's try knocking. No answer? Maybe no one's home. Hello? Oh, hey, Thumb? Are you in? We need your help with some...
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a
Rumahnya
peep
dari
when we
luar
first
kecil,
knocked.
pas ke dalam
We thought no
lebar
one was
banget.
home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without
You're pretty conscientious about... So, what happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just
Fair enough. do you know?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out of the house. I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of... I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't believe... You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at
Dalamnya
all.
beda dimensi.
What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman?
Masuk
What,
pintu
am I
itu
supposed to
berasa
earn the title of
masuk
upperclassman now?
pintu kemana
And
saja.
he didn't stop there. I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it...
Yeah, that does sound like something Al-Haytham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even...
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge...
Well, we'll be rooting for you. But...
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality...
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but...
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just...
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you...
It's complicated.
Ini nyari Al-Haytham tapi tiba-tiba obrolannya mencar kemana-mana.
What was it you needed Al-Haytham's
Nah,
help with anyway?
Ini perlu apa?
Sachin. Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. This is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping him. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them on the... He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them.
Cool, if you say so. Okay.
Sachin melahirkan sebuah keluarga yang kaya dan ayahnya Rajput adalah seorang pedagang ternama di Sumeru. Dengan prestasi dan para sage 16 Sachin kalam liar. Sumeru 23 tinggal dunia. Sumeru 25 tahun riset karavan 32 kota Sumeru. Lesu mengurung diri 33 akademinya aset 30% dari semua keuntungan yang didapatkan dari sponsor blablabla. Aku tahu bijaksana dari semua hak guna corona saat 20 tahun. Oh ini kayaknya
That was
ngincer
a
harta
lot
dah.
of information. Paimon's getting a headache.
Nah iya sama Paimon, aku juga.
Sachin put the academia in charge of managing his estate and went off to do research, right? He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate.
What? Are you all of Sachin's wealth? That's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's array. Except this time, I'd make it 10 times. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation.
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way
Snap
ahead of yourself
out
there,
of it.
mister.
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he... Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And diet, some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible.
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. There's another smaller line of text.
Wow. It's so cool that you can actually read this script.
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins
Subhanallah,
of King
menjabarkan
Deshret's
huruf kuno
civilization.
dan falsafah
I had to
arsitektur pada
familiarize
lingkungan
myself a
peradaban
little with
Raja
this script at
Deshret.
the time.
Oh, interesting. So,
Sangat
any idea what Alhaitham meant
terdidik
by all this?
bahasanya.
Who knows? The way his
Eh,
mind
bukan
works
terdidik,
is one
apa?
of the great
Tinggi.
mysteries of the world.
Fair enough.
Bahasa akademis, nah itu
Guess
dia.
we've learned all we can here. Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But
Gue selesai 30, lo kok 30 lagi? Deng 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 deng. Salah. Deng deng deng. Deng 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 deng. Mana di sini malam, siang, sore, pagi nggak ada perbedaannya. Ini
I
doang
just
kali.
heard that the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap. Let's go to the academia and check with Araf.
Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to...
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected... The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and route...
Sure, let's go get...
Ayo dong gelut. Please, gelut. Ayo kita bertumbuh. Waduh, pada tumbang.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels
Apuch.
off.
I'm positive. But I...
Boss, we got more company.
Levi namanya.
We were
Keren
just
juga.
doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit?
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with...
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches.
Oh,
After
gue
that,
tahu
some
nih
guy
kayak
wearing
setan
green
terbang
came along
siapa
and
nih.
interrogated us for a bit.
Orang berbaju hijau gue
I've
juga
got the
tahu siapa
confirmation I
nih.
needed.
Nah,
This is the one who
Tahu nih.
masterminded this whole plot. Jawani, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for much. As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
ada salahnya, ada benernya sih dia. Itu kan hak dia ya. Maksudnya, nggak tau lah. Kok pembahasannya juga segini sih. Tapi apakah dulu perbuatan dia sama Sachinnya buruk kah? Kita tidak tahu.
Of course. Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the championship from the shadows? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him... No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows? Diadem of knowledge. You mean that thing he donated? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the store. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research, and when he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with... Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
Damn.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah! Al-Haytham's note...
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the...
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to...
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap... But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with...
The diadem? The diadem of knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest. In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points.
Auto juara.
Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it, and I'll mark the diadem's location.
All right, let's go. That's weird.
Ultima Forest.
Next on the agenda.
Iya ada ginian.
Uh-oh. This place looks empty.
Bisa nggak aku nggak di prank tiba-tiba udah kosong gitu. Ya sengaja banget dah.
Did someone already take it? Well, might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Lalalalala. Oh, udah.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Gelo.
That guy enters the fray.
Aja.
Horizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
Anjay, keren.
It's Kave's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
Elah, muka NPC-nya. Muka template. Kirain bakal beda.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research. Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he. More cognizant of the trials. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashon Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. And that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter, conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day.
Tembok Samil.
Beyond the wall of the things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So,
as a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahum. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human-made, but in the end, I found that the answer, it was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party. For the sins are carved into humanity's. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness.
As I thought. The contract you signed with the academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments. The academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the...
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your...
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Plot twist. Itulah yang aku cari. Itulah jawaban yang aku cari.
Guess
Kaveh,
that'll be the
anjay.
end of that.
Kaveh.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the according to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the as the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor. Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly...
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestant, we won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless futures. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not... We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't
Oh,
need your
please.
insincere
Kirain menang
praise.
bakal
Anyway, this isn't the time or
top.
place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony. Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head...
Boleh lah, ini bagian ketiga. Walaupun tetap bacot tapi oke lah. Ya, mati dong.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Interdarshan Championship to a close. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora. And he gave it all up?
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole wisdom gap to explore.
Yo, bisa banget lu Bahir.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this...
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition?
I suppose... Oh, wait.
So you're gonna give it to him? But...
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well...
Whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Anjing dijambak. Wah, gila.
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
Wih,
1 million more for a
imut nih
card?
orang.
But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General
Gaji
Mahamatra
Mahamatra.
if you're
Bener.
splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking more
Aduh,
from a friend.
kafe.
Don't feel bad.
Jadi itu win-win
I save a
solution.
lot.
Dia bisa
I can
beli
spare
rumah
the Mora
baru.
for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing.
Ya elah, lu masih nyamperin dulu buat apa? Nggak usah.
Commentators and all.
Gue keliling-keliling lagi. Ada nih game tujuan untuk
We're way behind schedule.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farzan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farazan, Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farzan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farzan's right. That style is a classic. It used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, if you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up.
Sure.
I'll come with you to have a look.
Madame Farazan? Come quick, she's over here.
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things.
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great. We can't wait.
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farzan. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-darshan lessons...
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but...
Traveler, Paimon.
Sorry, we can't. We've got to meet. Oh, by the way,
I don't know where Hakai went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though, but she was hanging out with some other Ratahoist.
Ratahoist students? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon...
Ini di mana ya? Anjir, di atas gua kena prank.
Next on the agenda.
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the third round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh?
Butiran debu.
Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
Itu
I
ya.
didn't see the whole thing, but you were
Salah
the
lagu
only contestant who
soalnya.
scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the item first in round 3.
That can't be true. You had some
Tahu
really
nih,
stiff competition
Layla.
out there.
Semangat
The
dong.
renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General
Cayeng.
Mahama, getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit.
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius in this...
Ah, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's go. Cheer up.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great. We haven't...
Musiknya enak nih. Tenet, tenenet, tenet. Tenenenenet.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at
Ya,
once.
apa tuh yang bulat-bulat bakso ya?
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here.
Ooh, look at all this. Good food.
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did.
Alhaitham's gone missing in action too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough... That guy. What? Well, whatever. He can do...
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people...
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should...
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you
Sumpah
get
banget,
me,
thank you.
Kale.
Oh my god.
It's a good
Udah
thing
hampir 2
Alhaitham
jam
isn't here right
nge-quest.
now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Ya, tapi seenggaknya
Seems like
di
you always include him in the
bagian
conversation.
3 oke lah, bagus.
Even when he isn't here.
Yep.
Cutscene-nya keren.
No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been...
He's here? Where? Why didn't you
He lives rent-free in each of...
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally...
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That...
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari.
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, Oh, are you free next month? You should come along.
About what? I don't know the first thing.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more.
I'm full. I'm super full, too.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too.
Sounds good. We should...
There are other good places around here, too? Well...
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Ayo lanjutin ngomong. Aduh, nggak lanjutin. Yuh, akan ngapain lu ya? Dudung, 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 dung, 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 dung. Berapa jam nih? Hampir 2,5 jam gua. GG.
It looks like this Interdarshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research... It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research. Holy smokes, you're right. He said he spent all the time... All right then.
Ya Allah, tidak. Gua kira udah berakhir. Ini orang sih. Dia tuh kayak Sherlock Holmes.
expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough...
Wait! So, you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But
why is that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality.
Kalau mau mencapai tujuan harus siap punya musuh. Apakah itu tidak bisa dihindarkan?
And that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results in...
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that...
So, people are bad? And things...
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else... All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but by their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend them. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely... All right then, I got what I came for. These research...
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff?
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of...
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone...
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
Sangat optimis.
And there he goes. Well, seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions.
Nah, Hida langsung arconnya coy. Dan Om Topi.
You're already here. Nahida! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship? Yes, it was me. Are you surprised? Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause, so instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought...
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted.
Nahida, what did you mean by... Put it this way instead. Truth to me, some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back. Others see only the shroom boar's body. And they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside and determine that the shroom-based conclusions are all correct in their own way. Paimon kinda gets it.
Enggak, aku nggak ngerti. Pemikiran gue nggak nyampe nih.
The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety within the confines of our limited knowledge. Some may blindly believe in the beauty of it. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can...
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do?
Because Kaveh has the successor of this research, doesn't... But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only...
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts. I will review your final thesis myself.
Ngeset
I'm
penguji
expecting
skripsi.
great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
Keren, interaksinya bagus. Ah, gila bro, akhirnya kelar. Ah, masih ada. Enggak ada. Ah, ini nggak usah lah, ini belakangannya ini tapi cuma murah 10.000. Aduh, apa gunanya coy. Oke.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Sampai berapa nih? Hampir 2
But
jam
where are
setengah.
those who share the memory?
Itu ada Denda, ada
Osmanthus
Desert,
wine
ada
tastes the
Abzal,
same as I remember.
ada Reza.
But where are those
Makasih
who
juga Reza udah
share the
subscribe.
memory?
Makasih. Makasih juga buat yang udah like. Sampai jumpa lagi di game berikutnya. Mitsufashi signing out. Bye bye. Akhirnya bro.